Engaging pupils in the arcane and to them mysterious workings of the stock market is a challenge.
The big challenge in delivering the stock market in the traditional way is that it's quite alien from children's everyday world.
Pablo Casasbuenas has found a technique that seems to work, converting a dry and complex subject into an exciting and vibrant one.
When I'm bored, I just shut down and end up putting my head on the desk. But when I'm interested in something, then I really feel motivated doing it, and I want to in a way, be like a teacher's pet.
Pablo does it by teaching a series of lessons based on an internet stock exchange simulator. He uses the BBC's CelebDAC, but there are others.
The twist with this one is that instead of trading company shares, you trade celebrity shares. And so the children really get into it because, these are products that they understand very well. So by playing the game, you can get into the stock market, understand market dynamics, and so it's a great tool to introduce the concept of the stock market before getting into actual company share trading.
This programme shows how Pablo gets his Year 10s at Bexley Academy in London to understand the basics of the stock market by trading in celebrities. There are lesson plans, Pablo's presentation materials, and tips on how to use the internet sites at the Teachers TV website.
You're going to make a list of the celebrities that have received the most press coverage over the past week. The best way to get the kids hooked on CelebDAC is to get them talking about the celebrities, because in a way you're tricking them to get involved with the products that they're going to be trading. I'm just going to go around and I want to hear one celebrity from each table. What did you guys come up with?
Tom Cruise and Kate.
Because most lessons, some of them can be really boring, like just copying out of textbooks or a teacher just going on and on. But because it was about celebrities and plus we use the technology and that, it was more interesting.
Pablo starts the lesson by linking the game to the lesson objective.
Our objectives: explain how you can benefit from investment. When you invest, you hope to get something out, yeah? In the future. The reason that I revised key terms in the objectives is that I wanted to just get that out of the way, make sure that, we all knew what we were talking about and move on from there. We're then going to explain what affects the price of a celebrity share. And then we're going to come up with a trading strategy that will make you a profit. What is profit?
Say I put £100 into a business,
yeah,
but I've got 150 back. The £50 would be the profit.
Exactly.
The traditional approach has been to look at the central concepts of demand and supply. The interesting thing about this project is that we can start with the actual trading, and then students will naturally stumble upon those issues as part of their excitement that's initially been generated by engaging with the celebrities.
Your mission is very simple. Simply to make as much money as possible by investing imaginary money in celebrity shares. All right, you're going to start with £10,000. Every day, this game is going to count how much press coverage each celebrity gets. And then on Fridays, your shares will pay out a dividend. And now we're going
Pablo uses a news story to explain how the game works.
Now, imagine it's a year ago. Michael Jackson is beginning to get into the news a lot, so his press coverage goes up. I picked a news story that I thought they would all be familiar with. It was a great news story to look at the price graph and relate those price movements to what was going on in the news. If you think that the price should go up, you're going to raise your hands. If you think the price should go down, you're going to sit down. And if you think nothing changes, you just stay as you are. So, do you think that on the day that the jury selection began, did the price go up, down, or did it stay the same? The key was getting the children to think about the relationship between press coverage, dividends, demand, and share price. So, that can get quite complicated. So we revised it in a number of ways. Now, you've thought about the prices going up and down, but now I want you to think about exactly the point in time that these things happened.
Students are able to grasp the central concept of a celebrity, what a celebrity is, and their need to be high profile. Whereas previously, it was a very rare student that could get excited about a lot of our blue chip companies that have only slight variations over a period of time.
That should have gone there. That should have gone there because that was a pretty big deal in a way because people are going to be wanting to watch the thing, but if it's delayed, then yeah, cool.
Pablo develops the lesson by asking pupils to come up with their own ideas for celebrities and suggest possible price graphs.
In the last stage of the lesson, the idea was that the children would consider everything that they had learned throughout the lesson and use that knowledge to make some good celebrity investments. What we're going to do now is we're going to choose the celebrity that you expect will bring in the biggest return during the week.
Because at the moment there's been a lot of stuff about the new England manager, isn't it?
All right, so let's see what celebrities came out. Are there any ones that you're really, really burning to invest in?
We chose Ericsson.
Who, sir?
England manager.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. Can you just tell us very quickly why?
Because there's been speculations going around about him losing his job, so everyone, all the critics are going to be up on their seats, seeing if he's going to pull the World Cup off or not.
I don't know my celebrities very well, and it's actually, I found it to my advantage because the children are only too happy to teach me about celebrities and kind of show off their knowledge about it. And let's have one more. Lauren.
Preston.
Who's Preston?
Her boyfriend.
Okay.
Every week, the website they're using calculates the return on investment using press coverage as the index. It's a good cliffhanger to encourage pupils to look forward to the second lesson, which is critical because it links through to the real world of the stock market.
I think there's two overall objectives in the second lesson. First of all, to consolidate what was learnt in the previous lesson, and secondly, to relate what we learnt last week to what goes on in the real stock market. Today, we're going to be learning about how to rake it in for real, right? How to make money in the real world. We're then going to explain how profit, dividends, demand, and share prices are related in the real stock market. And then we're going to analyze the links between CelebDAC Academy and the real stock market. The starter activity is going to be quite simple. The students will be looking at their investments from last week and filling out some basic information on each share. So they start to think about, how much money did we make and in which way did we make that money. First of all, Sven-Göran Eriksson. The purchase cost was £2,594. The current value is £6,066. The potential dividend was £2.40.
Pablo uses the worksheets to get the class to determine how much money they've made and to highlight the different ways of earning money on the stock exchange.
Very good. All right, so let's remember our mission. Because remember, we set out with a mission, which was to make as much money as possible by investing imaginary money in celebrity shares. We want to think about right now whether we're accomplishing that mission or not.
He explains how to calculate both capital gains and dividends.
Okay, so let's go through our results. Alex Ferguson? Okay, minus 548. So in terms of capital gains, who was our best investment?
Sven-Göran Eriksson.
Yeah, Sven-Göran Eriksson, right? Made us £3,470. Who had the biggest potential dividend gain? Richard. Sven-Göran Eriksson, right? What happens when shares have a high dividend?
They make more money.
Yeah, they make more money. They have a higher dividend, so people want them more. And what happens when people want something more? What happens to the price?
It goes up.
Yeah, it goes up. The prices go up. Very good. So let's quickly check our position in the school league.
Our plans to develop this project in the future have already begun in terms of expanding it throughout the academy. At the moment, we are running the system through tutor groups so that every morning the tutor group can discuss the celebrities and make an investment decision. All of the staff also have an opportunity and are building their own portfolios.
Mr. Martin still on top. You guys are in third place, right? So you made a total of £6,000 last year, last week, which is plus 60%.
Having launched it myself with my own students, I've really seen a level of excitement, a level of engagement that is quite rare. It's certainly absolutely obvious that those students are really engaged. And when the students are asking you, sir, have you got the results? Have you got the results? Before we even start the lesson, to see where they are in terms of their portfolios. That to me speaks volumes.
Pablo now begins to link the concepts learned in the game and apply them to real businesses.
The next stage in the lesson is a little bit of input with question and answer, where we revise the concepts behind shares and the stock market and ownership types. And let's think about the question of what's a share. All right, so imagine you buy pizza with 3 other friends. You each pay 1/4 of the pizza, and so you each get 1 of 4 slices. Really simple. Company shares are very similar. It's simply, you've got this big company which is split into thousands of shares. Each person puts in a bit of money and they get a share in the company. We're going to link the dynamics of how share prices are related to press coverage in CelebDAC to how share prices are related to profit in the real world. All right, I want you to tell me what the difference is between what we saw last week and what we're doing here. Something's changed. What is it that affects your dividend in CelebDAC, guys?
It depends on the publicity you get.
Yes, on the press coverage. Businesses, they're not about publicity. I mean, publicity can be good, but it can also be bad. They're about profit, right? When the profit goes up, the dividend goes up, the demand goes up, the price goes up, right?
Some people tend to pick people that are in the press now, and they're not thinking of ongoing other things, because like the Queen, it was her birthday, but after her birthday's gone, there's nothing really you're going to see in the news about her.
I think my first worry in beginning to use it is, is this too big a leap to go from celebrities to companies? And that's something that, simply through experience, I've learned that actually it's not. It just needs to be very well thought out about how it's delivered.
I'll probably win, because I got the best secret plan. My secret plan would be the election coming up, because everybody's going to be debating about who's going to get the next Prime Minister.
My last message about CelebDAC is, well, I don't know if you're now a celebrity trading master, but in the coming weeks, you will become one. And if you keep investing, soon you'll be able to apply these skills in the real world, all right?
And don't forget that Pablo's lesson plans and tips on how to get the best from the stock exchange simulators can be found on the Teachers TV website.